The year is 1978. The place, near Mount Etna in Sicily, Italy. A group of military personnel observed unknown objects in the sky and eventually watched one land. Several humanoids exited the craft and approached the witnesses. The witnesses were paralyzed by unknown means as the beings approached them. The beings left the area and returned to their craft. On July 4, 1978, at about 22:30 hours, two Italian Air Force sergeants, Franco Pedalero and Attilio di Salvatore, together with Maurizio Esposito, an Italian Navy officer, and Signori Antonina di Pietro, were off duty near Mount Etna, Sicily, when they noticed a triangle of three bright red lights in the sky which seemed to be pulsating. All of a sudden one of the lights detached itself, headed toward the group, then disappeared down a slope about 1,000 feet away. The group decided to investigate and drove in Di Salvatore's car to where the light seemed to have landed. As they rounded a bend, they noticed a dazzling light coming from a dip at the side of the road. Stopping the car, they went and looked over the edge. Resting near a rocky precipice on the slope below was a saucer-shaped object about 40 feet across, with a brilliant yellow illuminated dome. The rest of the object was of a reddish hue with blue and red lights on top. By the side of the craft were 5 or 6 very tall beings, according to the report, with black overall-type tight-fitting suits and blonde hair. Their features were described as human and beautiful. 2 of the beings began climbing up the slope toward the witnesses, who by now found themselves immobilized by an unknown force. The beings smiled as they came to within about 15 feet of the group. Then one of them nodded toward the saucer and they both climbed back down the slope. The saucer now began to glow with multicolored tiny points of light. Yellow, red, and blue predominating. But when a car went by, all the lights went out, only brightening again when the car had passed. The witnesses recovered their mobility shortly afterward, then drove away without waiting to see the object depart. All 4 felt drained of energy for some time after the incident. One source says these witnesses were later interrogated by the police force, who wrote a report about the sighting. Other people in and around Catania allegedly reported UFO sightings about the same time. My take: is this a case of a secret advanced craft doing a test run with human pilots? If so, why and how were the witnesses immobilized? Was this something more exotic? Nordics in an alien craft? If Nordics are a real thing, how is it they come to be so similar in appearance to humans? These are good questions that I would love to know the answers to. Resources: above, top secret, Timothy Good, 1988.